Hello, and welcome. Welcome to today's conversation. I am so happy that you could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to be here with me today. And it's going to be a really, really great conversation. This is all about side hustle secrets, how anyone, anywhere in the world can literally create a six-figure business, multiple six-figure business, based on your passion, based on doing what you love without having to do anything that you hate. All right. So, this is a very, very important topic, something that's near and dear to my heart because I have been on the other side of six figures and in the multiple six figures with our business. And this is considered for us like our give back, our give to rather, so that we can really empower those who you are maybe right now just starting a business and you're like, I need to get to that six-figure mark sooner, quicker, faster so I can replace my side hustle with my main hustle, right? Or perhaps you are at a place right now where you have already been in business for some time and you're just like, I cannot seem to get over that five-figure mark into the six-figure mark. Or maybe you're struggling and wallowing somewhere at the $100,000 mark and you're like, okay, I need to get to that $250,000 on up, right? So no matter where you are on the spectrum, this conversation is going to be very, very enlightening. And I certainly look forward to seeing all that you're going to do as a result of this conversation. So let's dive right into it. Side hustle secrets. And I'm Chantel. In case you don't know me, in case you're joining me for the first time, my name is Chantel. I'll be joined throughout many conversations, probably not this one, but with my partner Mwale, who is holding down things on the other side of the business. So really excited about what we're going to speak about. What you need to know to prepare for this is number one, you are absolutely you you are absolutely in the right place at the right time if you are looking to grow your business, scale your business, or even stabilize your business. That's number one. All right. And so you are absolutely in the right place if you're looking to grow your business, scale your business, or stabilize your business. That's number one. Also, this is for you if you have a business, but you've never made six figures. Now, in business, no one goes into it saying, I want to make a strong five figures and I'll be happy, right? Unless it's just like a hobby project. But if you're really committed to making your side hustle replace your main hustle someday, then your first priority is to get to that $100,000 mark. And then as you start to grow, you're like, okay, let me get to the 250,000, let me get to the 500,000 on up, right? So that is really the intention for this conversation is if you are in business right now, but you've never made six figures, this is for you. If you have never started a business, but you want to, then this conversation is for you. And also, if you want more clients, if you want to serve a lot of people, then absolutely you are in the right place. But there are some of you, and you can type in the chat, that's me, that you actually don't want more clients. You want less clients that will pay you more. Okay. If that is you, then you are absolutely in the right place. So stay locked and loaded. But I want you to know, I believe in attraction marketing. I also believe in repelling marketing, right? This may not be for you if you have no desire to finish what you start. What I find many entrepreneurs, and I used to be guilty of this as well, is starting things, multiple things, and then not finishing anything, right? And you get kind of scatterbrained. You're like, oh, this is a new opportunity, that's a new opportunity. And then you look and then you have a pile of opportunities on your lap and you really haven't completed any of those opportunities. And I see you in the chat, Sunday. That is you. That's awesome. And so if you are like that, I want you to know that this is not necessarily going to be the conversation for you because we are all about starting and finishing what you started, right? I had a client who did a TEDx. We helped her get on a TEDx stage, and and you're probably watching this. If you are DeAndrea, you know I'm talking about you. But she did a very powerful TEDx talk that says, don't finish what you start, finish what you came for. All right. So that was a whole nother perspective that I didn't even think about on the topic of finishing what you start. But the point is essentially the same, right? Understand what your goals are. If your goal is just to make $100,000 or $150,000 one time in your business, then you finish what you came for. You may not have finished the business, right? It may not have been a 5 or 10 year long business, but you finished what you came for, as opposed to finishing what you started. So I share that with you to let you know that this is about commitment, because if you want something that is a get rich quick scheme, then this is absolutely not for you. We are serious about partnering with you on the journey toward entrepreneurship, getting deeper in your entrepreneurial journey so that you don't just hit and miss. But this is something that could be a part of your lifestyle so that you can begin to actually do what you love as opposed to doing what you have to do. Somebody type in the chat, I want to do what I love. I want to do what I love. I want to see you. I'm going to shout you out as you comment, because this is a conversation. This is a dialogue, absolutely not a monologue. I love to hear my voice, but I also like to hear yours as well. And so this is not for you if you do not want a community of support, okay? If you don't want to give, but you just want to get, then this is not for you either. We want it to be a community of reciprocity. So we're going to be sharing our best practices with you. And we expect you to do the same for others. Share what's working in your business, what's not working, so that as we grow, we can grow together. All right. So why are we so passionate and committed to this? Well, it's very simple. We have a desire and a mission to help 10 entrepreneurs reach $10,000 in their business per month. Now, that's just scratching the surface, right? To some of you who haven't made $10,000 a month in your business, you're probably like, okay, that seems like a big goal. However, when you partner with folks who've done that over and over and over again, then you realize, okay, it's possible for me, right? And that is the beauty of borrowing from someone else's faith and also from someone else's proof that you can do it, and you can absolutely do it well. You can do it repeatedly. You can do it consistently. And so our commitment to you may be one of those 10 people that we work with to help you reach $10,000 a month. All right. So why are we, qualified to be your partners in this process? Well, it's not only because we've done it ourselves multiple times, but we've also helped over 1,375 people write books that have helped them grow businesses. We've been responsible for growing our own business by 300%. Okay, especially when it was most difficult during the global pandemic, and we've seen different iterations of our business grow, whether it was through online events, in-person events, and really grow where we're able to convert virtually 20% of the people who come into the room. So that's a pretty big deal, especially when you look at the retention rate for webinars and all of that other fancy talk. I don't want to get too technical here, but just letting you know, it's a big deal when you can actually have those types of numbers. And we're going to show you how to do that as well. And because of the success that we've had and how we've helped others as well, we've been featured in major news outlets such as the Associated Press, Business Insider, and we've also been awarded Icons of the Year by a $100 million organization called Keep. All right. So we know a little bit about what we're talking about. And just a little shout out, if you're not following us right now, go ahead and follow us on Instagram so that you can begin to understand who we are and why we do what we do, why we're so passionately committed to ensuring that great people get noticed. And we believe that you are one of them. And to get noticed, you got to be doing something significant in the world. And many of you, you're probably working a job right now that you love, but you wish you could do your own thing on the side. Or maybe you are in a job that you hate and you're like, I want my side hustle to be my main hustle. No matter where you are on that spectrum, or you're maybe a full-time entrepreneur, you're like, I cut the parachute rope a long time ago and I'm trying to fly this thing. All right. If that's you, let me know. Where are you on the spectrum? New, type in new to business, side hustler right now, wanting your side hustle to replace your main hustle. Or if you're like somewhere in the between, like I dip my toe in, type in the chat, dip my toe in. And I'm just trying to figure this thing out. I want to know where you are so that I can ensure that we really speak to where you are, but most importantly, speak to where you can be once you are given the side hustle secrets. All right. So I'm excited for you because I know this is going to change your life. And maybe you are going to be one of those 10 people who we help to reach that $10,000 a month income goal. All right. Is it possible? Absolutely possible. You can do it. And we will be there with you along the way. This is just an example of our back office, one of our back offices, I should say, which shows you we've been able to reach well, for this one, $250,000 have been in one of our back offices, but this is $500,000 represented from invoices paid. Okay. So I don't want you to think that this is just hyperbole or this is just hypothetical. No, we have been on both sides where we're making, almost no money to absolutely making a lot of money doing what our purpose and our passion is. And because, we know what it's like to be on the other side, being frustrated, right? Having those months where the gravy train is flowing and then having seasons where it's just dry. Okay. It's like that Thanksgiving turkey is just dry. No oil, no juice, no nothing. All right. We know what it's like. And so we have navigated through all of those roads, and our objective is to help you to not have to go through the pain that's involved in entrepreneurship and do it gracefully. Okay. Will there always be a gravy train? Not always. However, you can prevent those seasons and reduce those seasons because you have a blueprint of what works and what does not work. All right. Somebody type in the chat. I want to hear from you. I want to do what works. I want to do what works. If you want to do what works, then absolutely let me know in the chat. Because this Side Hustle Secrets is not just about relieving the financial stress in your life, but really accessing those benefits that come with being financially free, being able to control your schedule, being able to show up in the world and do what you love. Because, time is kind of short, right? And so we want to be able to maximize our time and have not just success for ourselves, but have significance. That's right. Do what works, baby. It works. It works, right? It's a formula. And so, you know, having the money is one thing, but really having the influence that comes from having a successful business, that's a whole nother ball game. Having people know why you were created, why God decided out of the billion sperm that could have turned into a person, why you were chosen. That is the impact that your business has. I believe that if your business is, just, small enough for your family to be okay and for your friends to enjoy dinner on you for a couple of days, like if it's that type of vision, then it's too small. But if it's big enough to fit other people in it, like you're trying to have legacy built from what you do, you're trying to help, people in different countries who don't have any, people in your community. If you have a vision for your business that goes beyond just your family and you're looking for influence, you're looking for significance, then you most certainly want to take these side hustle secrets very seriously. Yes, it starts with baby steps, but we're going to grow those baby steps into giant steps. All right. That is the objective of partnering with folks who don't just care about the money. That's just minimum. That's just scratching the surface. But we care about your influence. We also care about you being able to get what's waiting for you on the other side of your multiple six-figure business. And that's spending time with your family. This is a picture of my husband being able to work from home and spend those quality moments with our baby girl, time that he will never get back, right? She's almost 5 years old. And the fact that he's been able all her life to create a space where she never has to feel what it feels like to be without a father. She never has to feel what it feels like to have her father working away all day and all night. No, she has the presence and the security knowing that daddy's just one a couple rooms away, right? He may be in the studio a couple of miles away, but he's not far. And that is the type of life that you build and the type of experiences that you have when you're able to build a multiple six-figure business. Side hustle secrets is where visionaries become multi-millionaires. You got to start with the six figures to get to the millionaires, but as long as you declare that you are a visionaire, you will be a millionaire once you employ these secrets and have partnership. Being on the other side means that you're able to not only have the time freedom, the income freedom, but also the travel freedom to do what you want to do when you want to do it. Okay. I put up a post the other day about, the fact that we spend most of our time in the Caribbean, right? We have a home in the Caribbean and we have the best of both worlds in the US, based in Atlanta, but also based in the Caribbean. And so you don't have to be constrained by your geographical location. We do what's called, and we will show you this, geo arbitrage, where you can literally have a business that's outside of the country, based in the US, but outside of the country. So you can be on a beach working your business, but have income from an economy with a stronger dollar power, right? Like the US or the UK. And so that is the benefit, one of many benefits of Side Hustle Secrets. It's really unpacking what it takes to build a sustainable income so that you can do what you love, be on purpose and in purpose. And the freedom that comes from knowing in your mind that you are creating a way for yourself. Like, it's one thing, and y'all can attest to this, to have a guaranteed paycheck and you're like just going through life and everything's predictable and you show up at 9 and you leave at 5. But it's a whole nother ball game, a whole nother level of courage, a whole nother level of respect that you have for yourself when you're able to dictate your own income. You're not limited to what just the salary says. But if they say that you are carded for $70,000 in a year and you have to take 12 months to get to that 70,000, our objective is teach you how to have what we've had on several occasions, $80,000 months. Okay. So it's just a whole mindset shift, right? When it comes to being locked and loaded with these side hustle secrets, because listen, your side hustle can absolutely replace the income that you make in your main hustle. And that should be the objective after all, right? So that is the beauty of it. Now, what I want you to also pay attention to, and look at this. Wealth is about service, okay? Wealth is about service. It's not about the accumulation of money. In case you didn't know that, it's not about hoarding all of this money for you and your family. It's about service, because the money is always going to be there. Like, money, some people make it a big deal, but it really isn't. I mean, it's a big deal if you don't have it, but when you have it, you start to realize, like, I want to do more than just travel. I want to do more than just buy the bags and buy the clothes. I want to be significant. And how are you able to be significant? Is that when you have enough income where your family's straight, your children are good, and you have money saved, then you can start to impact other people's lives through your philanthropic efforts, your nonprofit efforts. All of those things come when you take care of your wealth. But wealth can only be attained when you are serving others. So, just as if you have a job, you've been serving your boss, you've been serving the corporations, right? Now you're going to employ those same skills and start to serve people that you choose to serve, right? Getting clients that you actually like, getting to do the work that you want to do. And that comes with you understanding that, listen, your service to many will ultimately lead to your success. Say, my service will lead to my success. Type it in chat, my service will lead to my success. You see, when you build a business around serving people, you will always be in business. Always be in business. So never forget that. The question then becomes, once you realize that, is who can I serve? Who can I serve? If you know that the foundation of your success is directly tied to your service, you need to ask yourself right now, who can I serve? Where are they? And how can I serve you? Because the people who serve the most people with their businesses are the ones who are going to be the most successful financially, spiritually, emotionally, because there's nothing better than feeling like you've helped somebody. Okay. The reason why I love coaching so much is because I get an immediate like dopamine shot of knowing that I've helped someone. And that's really why we're doing this, why we're committed to helping those 10 people, and you may be one of them, reach $10,000 a month, is because we absolutely enjoy it. I mean, it's been fun for us making multiple six figures. And we're like, why not use this as an opportunity to help others receive that same type of blessing and benefit? So I share that with you because I want you to begin to think, who can you serve? Okay. Who can you serve with the skills that you have, with the knowledge that you've already attained? I always say you may not be where you want to be, right? But that does not mean that you are not 2, 3, 4, 7 steps ahead of many other people. And if you understand that you're on level 7 and someone may be on level 3, that means there's an opportunity for you to serve them. Okay. And because there's an opportunity for you to serve them, then there's money in that skill, in that solution that you will provide to help them. It's very, very simple. But many people miss this because they're focused on what the next person is doing. But that's not your genius. That's not your space. Find out what you love to do, who you can serve with what you love to do, and I guarantee you, you will have a successful business. And then you may be asking yourself, okay, so I know who I want to serve, but how can I serve them? You say I have these skills and I have these things, but like I'm not really sure. I'm good at a lot of things. Or you may be on the other side of the spectrum. I don't actually know what I'm good at. Right? Well, listen, I want you to know that you have the ability to serve people with the skills that you have, with the expertise that you have, and then do it in a way that does not take away from your time. It does not take away, but it's integrated into your life. I always say, the best advice that I can give in terms of building a business is don't build a business around your life, right? Or rather, don't build your life around your business, meaning, you got to miss the kids' soccer game. You got to, try to juggle 15, 20 clients on one day, and you don't have any time for self-care. You don't have any time to go to church, whatever. Don't try to build a business that is, or build your life around your business. Instead, build your business around your life, meaning that your business has to fit into your lifestyle, right? Because when you think about how can you serve them, you're like, I got a job, I got children, right? I got this going on, I got that going on. Well, guess what? You don't have to do the one-on-one coaching sessions that you see some others doing. You don't have to travel around the world and do speaking engagements if that's not what you want to do. You can absolutely build a business from home, or you can even take it another step further, right? Build a business from a tropical location or a destination, right? And work your business and do it in a way that does not distract you from whatever is priority for you. So if your children, being there for your children, being able to be with your husband, or whatever, being a full-time employee but still having a side hustle, you can absolutely serve people in a way that does not distract from what your priorities are. So the form of like periodic meetups, virtual events, right? Periodic in-person events. Those are ways that you can serve people as you're on this side hustle journey. And then you may be asking yourself, okay, Chantel, you just told me that I can build a business around my skills. I can build a business around what I love. I can absolutely build a business that gives me time freedom, that allows me to travel, that allows me to be present with my family. Like, this sounds really exciting, right? I am in my business right now, but I haven't made those six figures, or I wanted to start a business, but I keep starting and stopping and getting distracted. But so tell me, okay, if I'm going to take you up on this offer to help me get to that $10,000 a month, where am I going to find people to pay me that type of money? How many of you are thinking that? How many of you are thinking, where am I going to find my people? Well, if you are thinking that, then you are absolutely in the right place. Because you want to know where are these people coming from, right? I know my employer, he's gonna pay me every week, right? And I may get close to that 10,000, or I may even be there, but I'm not satisfied, or I'm not getting that type of money for my business. So where do I find the people, Chantel, that's going to pay me this type of money? Well, there are 8 billion people on the planet. So congratulations, you have a huge pool to start with, right? And I want you to know on a deeper level, in all seriousness, that there are people who are assigned specifically to you. Did you know that? Like, when God created you, he actually put aside certain people for you to bless. He put aside certain people for you to help, right? But the sad thing is that many people spend their entire life so busy working for profit that they forget that they can actually profit from their purpose. I'm gonna say that again, because this may hit so close to home that right now you're like, oh, I feel it in my belly, girl. You're talking about me. Some people spend their whole lives working for profit, that they forget that they can actually profit from their purpose. For so long, you've been thinking that it has to be hard, that it has to be difficult, that you have to do things that you don't want to do. And because of that, you've started and you've stopped. Because of that, you've quit before it started to work. Because of you thinking that building a business has to be something outside of you and outside of your skill set, you haven't actually allowed your skills to make room for you in the world. You haven't actually allowed your gifts that you have on the inside of you to be unwrapped and shared with the world. Well, I want to tell you that not only do I know that there are people assigned to you, I also know that there's a business that's waiting for you to prosper in. How do I know? Turn with me to Ephesians chapter 2, verse 10. And it says, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." So that means that before you even knew yourself, before you could tie your shoes and chew gum, all of that, God had an assignment for you to do. And chances are you have not discovered what that is because you haven't actually given yourself enough time for it to actually work for you. So you don't ever have to worry anymore about how you're going to find your people. You don't have to worry about that anymore. Because number one, you know that there are more than enough people in this world. And number two, you understand, because we just read it in the scripture. I didn't say it, God said it, that before he created you, he had a plan for you. Before he created you, he created good works for you to do. He created that in advance. So therefore, when you are building your 6-figure business using the Side Hustle Secrets, you don't have to find your people. With the right strategies that we're going to show you, your people are going to find you. They are absolutely going to find you. And they're going to be like, where have you been my whole life? They're going to be your biggest advocates. They're going to be your biggest cheerleaders because you will be solving a problem that they have. All right. So that's why it's exciting. And that's how we know that we can deliver on our commitment to help 10 people earn $10,000 a month in their business. And that's just starting out. Okay. So you may be asking, okay, Chantel, thank you for telling me that I've got people. Thank you for telling me that they will absolutely get served because of the skills that I have. But now I want to know, what will they get? Like, what do I actually have that people want, right? Well, I am so glad you asked that because we haven't even met. I mean, we're meeting virtually and we're talking a little bit. But like, I can already know, because you're on this webinar right now, that you absolutely have so much value to give. And sometimes it's not that we don't have it, we just lack awareness of it. You have everything you need to succeed. Like my husband always says, and Marley, he's like, Chantel, You've got all the ingredients. He's Caribbean, so like most of his analogies deal with food. You've got all the ingredients. All you need to do is mix the pot. And so I want to share that same message with you. It's like you've got everything that you need to succeed. You just need to mix the pot. And sometimes the pot is a pan because we don't invest enough time in expanding it. Sometimes the pot is rusty because we know God told us to launch this business and do this thing, but we did it and then we put it aside and many years have passed and now the pot is collecting rust, right? But now use this conversation as an opportunity to wash that pot, okay? To expand your perspective, whereby before this conversation you maybe thought it was too late, like you tried too many things that didn't work and like now it's over. Or you may be thinking like it's just too hard to move from barely making it, getting clients here and there, and now because of this conversation you're like, okay, it's possible. Like I got some energy again, right? And so I just stopped by to let you know that you're absolutely capable because you already have it inside of you. And number two is that God already prescribed people to be your clients. He's already orchestrated people for you to help. He's already given you gifts that people need, and he's already given you skills that can benefit others. So you're like, you got way more for you than against you. All right. So I'm glad you realize that now. Most importantly, as we go on this journey together, because some of you are going to take us up on this opportunity to earn that $10,000 a month. I'm excited because we got the formula that works. And I want you to have this understanding. Do not quit before it starts working. That's the number one self-sabotage that many entrepreneurs see, is that they start to quit before it starts working. I want you to know that any activity that you engage in is either working for you or it's working on you. So there's no wasted time, there's no wasted energy. Even those of you who have started a business and quit, maybe you got an LLC that needs to be renewed and you're just like, Chantel, like I just can't deal with that right now, but I'm interested. I just don't, I'm confused. Listen, every sweat, every effort, whether you just signed the documents and then didn't look at the business ever again, or you put out the products and no one bought it, whatever it is, I want you to know that it did not detract from who you are. It didn't distract from who you are, but it actually worked for what you're about to do. So there's no such thing as wasted time. There's no such thing as wasted energy. Like my coach says, Myron Golden, he says that it's either working for you or it's working on you, right? So you're going to benefit in some way. I like to say though, it's either working for you, it's working on you, or it's working on your nerves. And that is when you realize that, listen, my business is kind of bugging me right now. I need some extra support. I need some reinforcement, right? I'm reminded of my daughter when she first learned how to ride her scooter. She wanted to ride the scooter so bad because she saw her brother on the hoverboard and she's like, man, I can't get to that level, but I'm gonna start where I am, right? I'm gonna get on this scooter and I'm gonna try my best. And she just kept falling down no matter how she would position her body to the left or to the right. She kept falling down. But what I saw in her innocence is to know when she needed help. Her eyes said it. She would be on the ground and she would look up like, Mommy, I need your help, right? And it's okay to be doing a thing and wanting it so bad and wanting the success so bad. And the only downfall that we have is when we don't know when to ask for help, or we don't know when to get the support of a community, or we don't know when to not let our business work on our nerves and instead let it work for us or on us, right? That is the beauty of having partnership. And so I want to ask you, will you be one of 10? One of the 10 people who are given this very special opportunity to have me and my partner Mwale help you to grow your business and not just grow it, right? Not just build out the funnels and build out the client database, not just that, but to actually help you to achieve that $10,000 a month with the Side Hustle Secrets. We want you to be one of our best success stories, all right? We got a lot of them, but we want you to be one of them that really stands out. So here's the opportunity. You are able to join us. Special launch. Our launch is tomorrow for the Side Hustle Secrets. You get special access, and I'm very, very happy that you're here with me tonight, because this is where visionaries become millionaires. The Side Hustle Secrets community. I'm going to put a link in the chat. So wherever you're watching, you'll be able to access this. And you're going to be part of the founding members of this very awesome community of people who are just like you. Some are on your level, some are behind your level, but some are even more advanced. And it's really going to be a collaborative space where you're going to learn from us and your peers who are on their way from just being visionaries to being millionaires with the Side Hustle Secrets. So consider yourself blessed. Consider yourself in the right place at the right time. And listen, go ahead and join that community, because what you're going to get from this is not just access to me and my team, but you're also going to get free access to our curriculum, our blueprint that's going to take you from just trying to figure it out to actually having step-by-step strategies to reach that income goal that I told you about. Earning $10,000 a month, just starting out, y'all. Listen, I know that's the goal for many of you, but I don't want you to stay there. But we got to start somewhere. Earning that $10,000 a month consistently with the Side Hustle Secrets. You're going to get access to our curriculum that talks about scaling with your skills, earning $10,000 in 30 days, pricing principle. How do you price your products? Setting up your systems. What tools do you need and which ones do you absolutely not need? How do you captivate folks and then convert them into clients? How do you build a community that builds currency, right? People who want to hear from you, who trust you, who know you, who are willing to do life with you, right? That is community currency. And the best part about this is that we're having weekly live Q&A sessions, So you will be amongst others who are chosen to ask your questions and get very specific answers on your particular business. So I'm excited for you. I put the link in the chat. It should be hyperlinked for you. And it's going to allow you to go ahead and be a founding member, not just a part, but be a founding member of our Side Hustle Secrets Academy. This is going to be a game changer for those of you who have been trying on your own, but you haven't really figured out what it takes for you to move from just being a entrepreneur, oh, I want this thing, to truly being an entrepreneur that has consistent income, predictable income, and you're doing what you love to do without doing the stuff that you hate. And if that is you, I encourage you to most certainly get access to our community. It's free for a limited time. We're only taking for now 100 people for now at this level. Free access to all of those juicy courses that I told you about, plus that weekly Q&A session. And so I put the link in the comments. If you're watching this and let's say the live expired, go ahead and DM me so that you can get access to our community. Side Hustle Secrets, where visionaries become millionaires. I'm Chantel, and I enjoyed today's conversation. Listen, I know many of you are going to be in this thing to win this thing, and we look forward to being a part of your journey. And we can't wait to see you in the Side Hustle Secrets community, where visionaries become millionaires. I will see you next time. Take care.